Oh my heavens. Hi, you guys. Bear with me. You Instagram says I'm live, but I'm not live. Like, so I don't know why. I need to edit it. Oh, darn. What is that saying? Best laid plans. How frustrating. Bear with me. You guys know me. I get like on a dog on a scent. Like, oh, nope, got to figure this the frick out. So why won't it let me go live on Happy Valentine's Day, you guys? Try this again. Oh. Well, hi, Julie. Okay, so YouTube is working. Kristen, where are you? No, I think you're on YouTube also, and I don't see anything Instagram, even though it says I'm live. Well, I don't know. That's going to annoy the bejesus out of me, though. Thought I had this figured out. I think I'm going to try. Well, no. It's going to try it one more time. But kind of a pain in the ass. All right. Yes, I am on Facebook. This I can see Facebook and I can see YouTube, but it's not showing up on Instagram. And I always feel like, well, I told them I was going to be there, and so they're all probably like, "Where the fuck is she?" She's not able to get on. It says that I'm on here, but I don't see a video, so I can't go in and answer questions for if they are on, which I don't think they are. All right. What is that saying? Best laid plans. I think I already said that. So duplication today may be something really to pay attention to. Things repeating themselves over and over again. Okay. Let me settle. So now I have annoyed energy, and that's not helping anybody. Okay. Okay. I do have some really happy energy stepping forward. I want to start moving my arms. Like, I just want to start clapping and just like a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, but the energy is really stuck to those arms. That's weird. Yeah, seeing lots of people. So y'all got people showing up. So we'll see who wants to step out the strongest. Gosh, I feel like I just kind of got knocked off my rocker a little bit. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go through some questions. I don't really have a plan for today. Like sometimes I have specific topics. So if you have a topic or if you have a question, a spiritual question, not just is my mom with me to, but if you have a question that would benefit the whole, please feel free to ask that. I would really love to do that, especially since it is Valentine's Day. Working with everybody's energy. Okay. Yeah, I don't usually go live at this hour. I usually have a busy day, but because it's Valentine's and I'm going to spend the evening with my husband, not you. I know I'm a jerk. So I thought, oh, I'll try to get on earlier. Got my morning errands, ran to town. So, specific questions regarding metaphysical stuff. Okay, what happens when we die? What about religion? What about cussing but not drinking? That's a good one. Okay, that surprised the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I had posted something about I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, but I can cuss like a effing, and I dropped the F bomb or sailor trucker, effing sailor trucker. Yes, I've seen me do it. so, so I thought somebody announced his departure from goodbye. It's like, oh, see ya. And then somebody else said, well, spiritual people, we kind of hold. So it sounded to me like what she was saying was that she holds spiritual people to a higher degree of I don't know, conversation, a skill set of verbiage. So she didn't expect people who are mediums or psychics to use those. But so I said, what about drinking? And drinking seemed to be okay. Here's the thing: drinking lowers your vibration. When if you followed me, you've heard me say this many times, but my guides were like, the second I went to go have a drink to get some false courage to share with my brother-in-law what I do and what was happening to me, my guides were like, no. And they got in my business big time. And I was like, oh, hell. And I'd not had that happen before. So it shocked me to my core. So isn't it interesting? Now, they have told me I should pull back on the cussing. I feel like that's more for the people hearing because some people do get offended easily. But I still find that quite intriguing that alcohol is less offensive than um, than cussing. It's like, really? So just throw that out there. Just pay attention to that. That's interesting to me. That's interesting. I'm going to have some tea. um, so this is a really nice one about my daughter has a relationship. He's a non-believer and doesn't believe in life after death, doesn't believe in metaphysical, doesn't believe in angels, doesn't believe in what is that for you? What does he not believe in? Here's the thing. We cannot control what somebody else believes. We can present the information to them, but that's his journey. So we can literally incarnate to be religious, to be Buddhist, to be Christian, and to be Muslim. We may choose it if, especially for me, I think, especially if we judge it harshly in a lifetime, like, oh, that's not a good religion, blah blah blah. Guess what? You may get to experience that in your next life. Okay. I know. So what we judge, our souls are like, oh, we need to balance that energy. So let's fix that. So be very careful about what you're judging. No, I'm judging rich people. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but you see where I'm going with that. Okay. Okay. Um, Julie's like, I curse like a sailor too. I know, and I do. Jen Clemson. Oh, aren't you adorable? Do you believe our lives are predestined following an already agreeable soul agreement for our death day? I do think, oh, sorry about that. Um, I do think that we have predetermined to some degree, but I also know we have what are called exit points built into our soul contract. In other words, the soul doesn't have to choose it. Like, oh, this may be a time. This may be like maybe somebody's little kid and they're on a raft in a lake and they fall off and almost drowned. And all of a sudden, somebody comes up and saves them. The soul chose not to cross. The soul was like, oh, yeah, I got some stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and follow through with this. Okay. And what I hear in my head is that keeps everybody else's paths in flow too. So it was like me. Well, that happened to me. That's why I said that, but I was trying not to say me. Sorry. When that happens, then those who also have soul contracts with that soul can continue their purpose too without a redirect or choosing others. Does that make sense? Let me know if it doesn't. Myra said, cursing is my love language. It's pretty fun. So yes and no on the do I believe our death date is predetermined. Um, there may be multiple times where we can choose to exit. So an exit plan is a departure date. So if I chose, if there is a exit point and I choose, that would be my departure date. Does that make sense? So like I think it's yes and no, at least because if we can exit at a different time than our predetermined date, then that makes it kind of, well, we can choose this. I do not think there are, I don't think that there's accidents when it comes to when we pass, because I know our souls, our guides are with us, our angels are with us, our angels, beings of light, is what I was trying to say. So if they're with us and watching over us, and if they can come in and protect us in a situation like, oh shit, get in there. She made a bad choice. Oh, go. So then there really couldn't be an accident per se. So it would be the soul choosing. Okay. That's my belief. I know other people may choose to believe differently. That's what I believe. That's what I've been shown. Okay. Hi, Miss Chris. Oh, Courtney, much love to you. She just lost her dad. Just want to feel that he's at peace. Trust. Trust. I'm sending you much love. I suspect he's been trying to get to you though, Courtney, trying, and that sounded horrible, that he's been trying to let you know that he's okay. So pay attention to the little things that are going on. Sometimes we want that bonk on the head or we want to hear it. I will tell you though, you can hear audibly. You may hear your name, you may hear their name, and nobody's there. So they can do the big bonk, but that does take a lot of energy in order to do that. Okay. Sherry, I do feel you say that you're out of whack health wise. Come within, and look at the emotions that are attached to the feelings and to what's going, emotions attached to the feelings. Sometimes I'm so clever. Um, the emotions that are attached to the pain. Come within and look at what those are so that you can dissect it and see what's going on and what's causing those things to really ramp up for you. Okay. I 100% believe that our physical pain is attached to our emotional traumas and pains. I 100% believe that. Kathleen, how can you know? This is a great question. How can I know she's okay? Sit with that energy. Obviously, you can go to a medium and have a reading. If she pops forward at all for you, I will share that. But for everybody else too, how do you know they're okay? Sit with them. Spine straight, shoulders back, feet flat on the floor. Sit with the energy. I would love you to show me a sign. I will tell you, I do get butterflies. So when you see butterflies, I would really pay attention to that. So they will send us symbols and signs. Some of us will see feathers. Some of us will see dimes and nickels. Some of us will see flowers popping up through the sidewalk crack. Okay. We usually just like, oh, that's just a thing. Is it? Or is it a sign for you? You could literally read into just about anything. You could go outside, walk to work or wherever you're going to go, and just about everything that comes into play is going to tell you about your day. It's going to tell you what's going on in your life. It's crazy and it's fun when you start breaking it down. Hi, Amanda. Happy Valentine's Day. Um, Linda is asking if her son will beat his demons. Will my son beat his demons? I just heard checking in with them, checking in with them. As long as he's avoiding them, no. So he needs to come and check in with them. The things that control us are usually the things we fear. I used to have this scary face of that little girl from The Exorcist. She would, anytime I would want to do something spiritual, which I was already trepidatious going into spirituality, I was like, oh, don't meditate. That's just bad. No, it's not. That's love. That's pure freaking love. Um, so when I would go to do those kinds of things, her face would pop up in mine. Oh, ah! And then I would back off. And then it kept happening and it would get bigger and it would scare me. So, and then I got pissed. I'm a Scorpio. I don't fucking think so. So I went in and I decided that I was going to hug that energy every single time. Every single time I started to be afraid and it would pop up, I would be like, I'm going to drag you to the light. I'm going to call in Jesus, Archangel Michael, Archangel Azrael, those powerful beings of love and light. I'm going to hug you. And I did. And it went away. And it came back, I don't know, a month or so later. And guess what? I hugged it again. It's like, no, no, no more giving away my power. No more giving away my power. So we absolutely have to find that power within. We can't force that upon anybody as much as we want to. We cannot force it. We have to step into our power. That's where free will comes in. You can even force them into chemical dependency or whatever they're dependent on. You can force them into a facility. And until they own it, like until I own my stuff, they have to own it. They have to find that point within themselves. That's where their power is. And don't take it on for yourself because then you take on their karma and nobody needs that. I promise you, you don't need that either. But hold space for them. Okay, I hope that helps. So this is a good one. My boyfriend that passed in 2022 didn't believe in ghosts or spirits, but it seems like he's been around me since he passed. Is that normal? Is he okay? Or maybe worried about me? So they will step into our energy, and if they feel like we're having a hard time working through our loss of them, the physical loss, they'll pull their energy back from us. Right? Give us some time to recuperate, so to speak. So, and they don't have to believe in life after death or in spirits in order to be with us. Because once we leave the physical body, all of our emotions and all of this is just my avatar, all of this stuff is gone. And now we return to our higher self, our soul self. Okay. So now we are an accumulation of every one of our lifetimes. Yeah. Not just that lifetime where I was fearful or I didn't believe in this. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense too. Yeah. So we have someone who's lost both of her parents. Her dad most recently. I feel lost without both of them. Um, I do want to push your head up. I don't know if you kind of walk with the tendency with your head down, but I just wanted to push your head up and say, stand tall and be proud of who you are. And don't, not this. Stand tall. They just like literally made me want to get real tall, honey. I keep wanting to say, be proud of who you are. This is your message. Be proud of who you are. Okay. Drea Donald. Happy Love Day. Well, isn't that sweet? Hello, honey. Happy Love Day. Drea Donaldson, I hear it's a sacred space. It's a sacred space. I don't know if you're looking at something or you're wanting to create something, but I literally hear it's a sacred space. So maybe creating your own sacred space. Miss Janelle, hello. So I know you are a subscriber. I'm going to give you a number, the number 17. So you might want to look that one up, my dear. My son had special needs and several medical issues. He was developmentally delayed, and 6 months before his passing in 2021, he was hospitalized and very critical. Upon returning from the hospital, which he started breathing on his own on Christmas and discharged a few days later, he kept saying he wanted to go home did he know that he would pass within a year. The day he passed, he was fine, and I was at work, and I got a call that he was unresponsive. I got home, he was gone. My husband said he, and then it's gone. So I don't know the rest of that. Okay. Um, I'm not necessarily picking up whether he knew, but I do hear ready. So his soul this is my time. This is my time to go. This is the energy that I needed. I had the life that I needed to learn and to have here. And also, Kathy, please accept my love and my condolences for your loss, for your physical loss. Okay. I hear too much time, too much time. It does feel like you may spend, having also lost a child, I do understand this, a lot of time up in here overthinking the whole process. That's also what grief does. Grief will get you up in here quite a bit. So come here and feel him here. Feel him here. Okay. Kelsey Tobin. I hear floating. I feel like she might have had a pretty good sense of humor. I do see like what I would consider grandma energy, kind of the silvery white hair, silvery gray. But if, well, it doesn't feel short, it feels a little longer actually. Does that make any sense? Okay. If I'm not responding to you, it's because nothing is popping out at me right away. So it's not because I don't want to read you. It's because nothing's coming forward in my head. Jessica Denson. I'm going to give you the number 9. So if you're not familiar with numerology, please go to numerology.com or type in 9 and then behind it type in numerology and you'll get a meaning to that number. 9 is about endings and beginnings. So some chapter of your life is closing down and you're getting ready to start a new one. I kind of want to like go in it with, yes, big energy for you. Go in happy, go in it, mean it. Okay. Oh, Lindsay. New here. I have many ups and downs in the last year and have lost many loved ones suddenly. I will, Lindsay, would you understand the male to your side? When they present to your side, it's either going to be a brother, a friend, it could be a significant other. I'm not feeling that, but I keep getting the masculine energy to the side. Just let me know. If it doesn't make sense, that's fine. Just let me know in the comments below, please. So that, and Lindsay, you can also let me know, yes, the masculine energy to the side makes sense, or say it in that way, please. Oh, yay, Chris. I want to give you the number 4. I know you didn't ask, but I know you're also a subscriber, so I'm going to give you the number 4. Hi, Jen. Oh, I am way behind on these, aren't I? Ira, I am going to give you, you have to wait, is what I hear. You have to wait. And they're pulling me to that right shoulder. So you might go look up the metaphysical reasons for the right shoulder, but it does feel like holding on to some pressure, or holding on to maybe trying to take too much on. Okay. Trying to take too much on. And it's just like, oh, it's heavy. It's a lot of weight. Susan, there is a reference to pacing yourself. I wanted to sing 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Not sure quite what that means, but it does feel like a pace or a cadence. And it also feels like simplistic things, getting back to basics. I also hear hold your ground. Morgan Barley, sending love to my grandpa Teo. Oh, oh my heavens. I absolutely love this. So Myra says her 5-year-old ran to her brother's headstone and started talking to him, and he's never done this before, and he ran to his headstone. Okay. I love that. Little see things we cannot see. I do want to point out, though, because you were at his grave, that they're not sitting there going, "Where the hell are you?" They're with you on the drive there. It's still a beautiful thing if you want to go to the grave site and show your support and show your love, but you're bringing them with you. They're not waiting there. I promise. I promise. I think if there is anything at the grave sites, it is fear that people have thrown, like they're afraid to go in there, so that energy gets stuck there. Okay. Keep going, going, going. Carrie, oh, you've got something with communication. I went to talk to you, Carrie Arts, AARTS. I was like, oh, like you're either fighting something, like you want to say something and you're holding back, or you need to say something. But as I started to talk about, like it was almost like restricted. So I don't know if you feel like you're restricted, or maybe you're restricting yourself, but there's something with communication for you. Does that make any sense? This grandma had short hair. My grandma's hair was like shoulder length, but slightly shorter. She passed. Would you understand the hair color, Kelsey? Okay, I'm trying to catch up, guys. Okay, so Nicole, um, uh, I won't go into the details, but apparently I'm often picking up a gentleman around her, and she's like, no. I'm like, well, consistently pick up that energy. I suspect there's a guide with you that you need to talk to. I would go into a meditative state for that. I want to give you the word live, and just live, 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 go. I wanted to say live and I don't know why, so, but I did live, live, and live, enjoy. And I feel like you do. You have that energy, like you enjoy yourself, which is powerful and important. Okay. Lindsay, yes, I know. I've been told my grandpa is close to me all the time, but over the last year, it's been my fiance's family has lost grand. My cousin just passed last week, so lots of loss for you. When you have a lot of loss, it can really be devastating and hard to move through and hard to understand. And I really highly recommend a reading. It doesn't have to be with me. That's not what this is about. This is about you working through that and trying to understand those losses and what they are and why they happened, and then helping you with your grief. So I don't care who you connect with, find a medium, find somebody that you can connect with, so that you can get some information, but more one-on-one than this. This isn't meant to be, life-solving kind of stuff. It's helpful, I hope. Sometimes I feel like I'm more helpful than other times. Um, but don't give up on yourself. And if you really truly like, I just need to know, find a medium. Of course, I would love to be your medium, but that's not the most important thing. Find somebody you're comfortable working with and set up an appointment. Okay, for one-on-one, because that's the most powerful thing you can do. Okay. Yeah, Lisa, that's a beautiful question. Thank you for asking it, and much love to you as you move through this. Her heart's heavy with grief, and the only way to get through grief is to feel it. is to give yourself time to say, you know what, I have to shut the world out right now, and I'm going to sit with this pain, and I am going to let it move through my body, and I'm going to just try to understand how I can release this. But as long as you avoid it, as long as you shove it down, as long as you run from it, which is avoiding it, it's going to stay. Grief will wait for you. Grief will be like 30 years later, hey friend, how you doing? I know. So sit with it. Sit with it. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself understand it. That loss is huge. Not only when we lose somebody, not only are we losing them, now we're losing an aspect of who we were with them. So if you've lost your parent, do I still have a parent? What does that mean for me? Who am I now? If you've lost a child, am I still their mom? So those emotions are valid. And again, it's not just about losing them. Yeah, losing them is probably the worst part, but you have to rediscover who you are now. And you may lose friends. You'll probably gain some as well, some new ones, but you may walk away from a lot of people. That's what death does. It forces you into the areas of your mind that you've avoided. It forces you into the areas of your life that you've avoided. Because you've got to start looking for answers to understand the feelings, and everything comes to the surface. You will never be the same as you were prior to the passing, and you shouldn't be, in my not so humble opinion. Shouldn't be, you can't be. It changes you. Pain changes you. Emotional pain changes you, as it should. But you don't have to let it destroy you. Sometimes I get on my soapbox and I'm like, sorry, you guys. Okay. All right. I am going to get off here because I am going to try to pop on Instagram, because I said I was going to be on there and I'm not. So I am going to try to do a quick live on Instagram. If you're on here and you want to join me there, I would love to have you. Might take me a minute to figure it out. Okay, so thank you guys so much for being on here. I wish you an amazing Valentine's Day. And for my subscribers, I will be going live for you guys shortly as well. I've posted on our subscriber group a link for you. So find me there. Okay, guys, have a good one.